Welcome to In the Know with NGO, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. We welcome you. It's an opportunity to learn about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, our service opportunities in the community, learn how you and we can better support the mission of our stakeholders, and learn how you can partner with us in the mission of service, education, mentoring, youth empowerment, and scholarship. At the end of this broadcast, our announcer will tell you how to find out more about Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter, and how to volunteer with and financially support the many programs we offer. And now your host of In the Know with NGO.
Thanks so much for joining in with us today. In our studio today, we have the dynamic Dr. Angela Gooden.
Thank you so much.
President of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega Chapter. We also have our vivacious Vice President, Miss Linda Piper.
Hello there.
Thank you. And she also serves as the program chairman of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. And joining us later on in the studio, we will have Miss Natasha Wallace, chairman of our Build Our Economic Wealth Initiative. Welcome.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
So today I want to start a little different. I'm going to start off with you, Miss Linda Piper. So tell us about the initiatives that we have going on in the community right now.
Okay, today we're going to talk about two in particular. We're going to talk about the Educational Advancement Foundation, or EAF, which was founded in 1980 by Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated.
Awesome.
Today, the foundation, which is a financially strong and viable organization, is a powerful tool for good and for pooling the resources of others who share this vision of providing a perpetual source of funding for educational support. To view our annual reports and support EAF, you may go to aka.eaf.org.
Yes.
In 2013, our chapter, Nu Gamma Omega, established its own endowment through the Educational Advancement Foundation to provide scholarships to the students in our community.
That's so important.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's
in our community.
In our community.
Yes.
So the endowment was funded during our administration in 2022. So now we're able to award scholarships to deserving students in our area.
Come on, say it one more time.
To
One more time.
deserving students in our area.
Yay!
And so our goal is to continue to make this fund continually supported and funded so that we can award scholarships to students for many years to come. Isn't that such a blessing?
That's a blessing. Such a blessing. The children are our future.
That's right.
Yes, they are.
And not only scholarships, you know what I'm saying, to Louisiana schools, but that's to any college they wish to attend. That's the key that we want everybody to understand.
But the students are
here.
This community.
Yes.
Right. So there's no restrictions. You can go to any college. We just want you to go to college.
That's right.
Please go.
So how can you help us do this? Well, you can support you can donate rather to the endowment fund, and our producer will show the QR code, the EAF QR code, and all you have to do is point and click.
I love it.
Now,
Point
one
and
more
click.
time, for those that do not know about the QR code, because there are some that don't know about that, put your phone up there. If you have an iPhone, just put it up, hit the camera, it's going to pop up, and all you have to do is just follow the directions.
How about that?
Easy as pie.
Easy
peasy.
Right.
Easy peasy.
And also, too, Madam Program Chair, we have a campaign rolling where individuals can donate. It's not the amount. We just want you to donate because this is for student scholarship. We have a campaign for 1908, which is the founding year of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So if you want to donate $19.08, if you want to donate $190.08, or if you want to just, as I say, just put it all in and donate $1,900.08, it's up to you. But every bit helps to send a student to college, and that's our goal.
That's it.
That's awesome.
So again, you can click the QR code.
That's it.
Or you can go to aka newgammaomega.com.
That's it.
Or you can also go to akaeaf.org.
That's it.
Okay.
Awesome. So I know everybody out there listening may not be familiar with Greek. Could you give us that spelling to make sure they're doing the new correctly, AKA?
Right.
Certainly. It's AKANUGAMMAOMEGA.com or AKAEAF.org.
Wonderful.
Awesome. Thank you so very much.
All right. So we also have another initiative that I'd like to
Yes.
share with our audience today.
Ooh.
It is called Dream Makers 2.
Yes.
And this is for our middle school and high school students, and it's a mentoring program. Okay?
Okay.
We have slots open for the fall.
Yeah.
So parents, if you're out there, encourage your teens to participate. And our youth participate in STEM programs. They make tours of HBCUs.
Right.
They attend community events. They participate in community service activities.
Yes.
We have art camps that they can participate in.
Yes.
They take field trips, and there's just so many other activities that these young people can participate in.
So this is just keeping them well relevant in the community and
Correct.
just helping them to grow up to be stewards so they can give back and be more productive citizens. Awesome.
Correct.
Absolutely
And then also
correct.
too, for parents, I know, they're interested in, like ACT prep or, just, tutoring in particular subjects. This is an opportunity. These are wonderful mentors, and they so happen to be members of our chapter.
Absolutely.
And I tell you, they volunteer their time and they assist every young person that comes through. So it takes a village. It takes a village, and there are people that are ready to help.
That's right. That's right.
Awesome.
So if you'd like to learn more about our Dream Makers program, please again go to www.akanugammaomega.com.
That's it.
That's
Thank you.
www.akanugammaomega.com.
Yes.
Awesome.
All right. And today we have an upcoming scholarship program. It's the Valina Smith Johnson honoring ceremony, in which we are honoring one of our sorors, one of our sisters who is deceased. Her name is Valina Smith Johnson.
Yes.
And we have five scholarships that we will present today to 5 young people that attend HBCUs: Southern University Baton Rouge, Southern University in New Orleans, Dillard University in New Orleans, Xavier University in New Orleans, and of course, Grambling State University in Grambling, Louisiana. So this afternoon at 3 o'clock at our building, it's 1747 Main Street, we will be awarding those 5 scholarships.
So that's taking place today.
That's
Today.
taking place
Hot off the
today.
press. Hot off the press. This is news flash.
Yeah, so this is like
Big
in the
news.
know with NGO.
That's right.
So I
That's
can
it.
see you guys in person today at 3 p.m.
Yes.
Oh my God, I just love
Yes.
NGO. You learned so much.
I know.
And the impact it's going to make with the scholarship for the students as well as their parents. Thank you so much.
That's right. And these are existing college students, Ms. Mateer.
Oh.
And this is to help with books, you know what I'm saying, tuition, because the costs are high.
Cost of everything is going up.
College costs, it's no joke. Costs are high. And, parents sometimes wonder, well, how can I navigate? What can I do?
Mm-hmm.
But there are organizations such as Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, Nu Gamma Omega chapter that are willing to help and to assist. So we just, ask the parents, reach out. Now, this cycle has completed because we're awarding the scholarships, but there will be another cycle for 2024.
That's right.
So we encourage you, just apply. Just apply.
And check out our website, again, aka to see what's going on as far as scholarship programs and opportunities.
Right. And also look at that code because Dreammakers host monthly workshops. I think our producer has the dates up there. So make sure you get involved and most importantly, apply. Get your student in because, some parents will say, well, I don't have anywhere to send my child. Or, yes, there are some places. And the place is right here at Nu Gamma Omega Chapter.
That is just awesome. Thank you so much, Ms. Linda Piper, for sharing that great information with us.
Yes.
Awesome. You're so welcome.
Thank you. Now I'm going to turn it over to the dynamic Dr. Gooden.
Oh, boy.
So could you please tell us some facts about African American business?
Well, today is build our economic wealth, and we're talking about business. We're talking about, women-owned businesses, and we're talking about supporting small businesses, new entrepreneurs. And, Ms. Mateer, I just want to tell you the net worth of the average black household is roughly a tenth that of the average of our white household. Wow. 17,150 compared with 170,000. And, we can blame it on inequality, but not so fast. Income is a function of the labor market. Mm-hmm. Income plays a role in the accumulation of wealth over time. Wealth can be transferred through assets and real estate and financial investments and business ownership from one generation to another. But we know that there is inequality. And how do we close the racial wealth gap? How do we do that? How do we do that? One thing, we need to unify and we need to support our businesses. We need to network to increase net worth. And we need to work with each other in order to build our economic wealth. And that is one facet of this organization.
So what you're saying, we need to go out there, find these black businesses, support them, go together. It's our black dollars. Let's spend it in our black community and make an impact. Right. Because we're powerful in numbers. Is that what you're saying?
That is exactly what I'm saying.
I hear what you're saying.
Approximately, let me give you the numbers. Approximately 4.3% of the 22.2 million businesses in the U.S. are what? Black owned. Did you know that?
I did not.
And less than 1% are generating a median profit margin greater than 20%. This is less than the 40% of businesses operating in predominantly white areas. Mm-hmm. We just got to give the facts. And here it is. Supporting black business owners is the key to closing the racial wealth gap. And doing so maintains a positive cycle, allowing businesses to grow and thus creates a legacy for future businesses to come. And we're going to talk about that today.
Because the children are our future. That is our future legacy. And you just make it seem so real when you put a number with it. It's one thing to talk about it, but when you start backing it up with statistics, oh my God, it's really coming to life. We have to support our black businesses. Put our money where our mouth is. Let's go out and support our black businesses.
That's right. And we're going to hear about it today. And one of the most important things is, we have to make sure that our first effort is to, we say, and we all have services that every last person offers. But most importantly, we have to network with each other. We got to get the word out. Yes. Okay? Now, all of us are on social media.
All of us.
Okay? There are very few that are not. All right. You can look at Facebook, you can look at Twitter, Instagram, and everything else. Okay.
Go ahead, Dr. Gooden.
For some things as far as, posting photos and everything else. But what about going there and looking for businesses? That should be your first step. Let's find out, who is the plumber that we can support? And just imagine, if 200,000 people supported this one plumber.
Get out of here.
Just imagine, if 100,000 supported a couple attorneys in a small group.
Wow. It's power in numbers.
Just imagine, and there's power in numbers. So we can use our social media. Just imagine, this is a black-owned radio station. Just imagine, if all of the black businesses supported this radio station. You understand what I'm saying? That's getting the word out. Networking increases your net worth. Mm-hmm. And our small business entrepreneurs, will become larger if we just learn to support each other. And most importantly, now there's some things that we've heard about, I can't support them because, they messed over me one time or two times. But guess what?
That's why when they made that pencil, they put erase on it.
But let me ask you this question. Now, you've been to McDonald's.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
We ain't gonna talk about that ice cream machine.
And I'm not let me. I shouldn't have said that. You've been to certain fast food restaurants. I'm not gonna say the name. All right. Now you asked for your order a certain way. All right. And was it correct? No. But guess what? Did you stop going there? No. You went back. All right. So let's come on now. You know what I'm saying? Your fries were burnt or they were cold.
They were cold.
Okay. Your tea was hot. It didn't have the right amount of ice, but you kept on going back. That's the key. But somehow or another, we get in this little silo where we have, somebody may be late. or something may have happened one time, and now we don't want to support any other black business ever again.
I'm not going there.
I'm not going
there.
there.
No way.
Come
not
on
me.
now. We have to do better, because again, you know what I'm saying? This is for our, and we have to start looking at wealth management. We have to start looking at financial preparation. We have to understand that it needs to bounce. Money needs to bounce in our community. All right, I'm going to say that one more time. Money needs to bounce in our community at least 7 times.
At least
but
7.
what is happening is it's bouncing out of our community into other communities. And guess what's happening?
Wow.
Our community suffers. Our community suffers. So just imagine if we supported, you know what I'm saying, our black attorneys. Just imagine if we supported our black physicians. Just imagine if we supported, you know what I'm saying, all of the teachers who are tutoring, you know what I'm saying, our children. Just imagine if we supported our black bakers and our black designers. And let me say this, okay? We're not trying to say, okay, just go to the black people and don't support them and ever. No, but here's the key. If we want to effectuate wealth management in our community, we need to support our black business owners, our small entrepreneurs, and we need to make sure that the same energy that we take, let me say this one more time, in supporting our other businesses, we can take that same energy and even more to support the businesses in our own community. Our money should be bouncing from 7 to 10 times in our community every day. Every day. And what do I mean by bouncing? That means that we should be supporting these businesses 24/7, 365 days out of the year. Not just in February during Black History Month. I'm going to say that one more time. Not just, you know what I'm saying, on Black Entrepreneur Day. Okay?
Every day.
All right, because let me help you to understand. We are African Americans 365 days out of the year. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
And I hear this also, Ms. Mateer, too, you know what I'm saying? Not to get on a soapbox, but I hear this also that, certain, nationalities are coming in and they're getting all of the jobs and they're doing all of this work and they do better work. Let's squash that right now.
Okay,
let's squash that right now. Some of us are a little older than others.
Well.
All right. But I'm going to speak for myself. Okay. I grew up in the 60s.
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Early 60s, late 60s. And let me help you to understand. Okay. There were some places that some of us could not go.
That's right.
Wow.
Okay. We could not go to certain places.
Could
okay.
not.
We could not eat at certain places.
Wow.
All right. We could not be schooled at certain places. That's why, when we hear about our HBCUs,
It's important to us.
it's important to us because they were founded for a mission and for a purpose, because that was the only place that we could go.
Exactly.
All right. That's where our black doctors came from. That's where our black teachers came from. That's where they were schooled and educated, and they went on to teach our children. All right. They left a legacy.
They built that foundation and started it.
And our communities, I grew up in St. Louis. Okay, but our communities, we had the cobbler, or we had the guy who fixed the shoes. We had the funeral home. We had the cleaners. All right. We had, the black doctors. We had the black attorneys. And we supported these individuals wholeheartedly. All right, because again, that was the only place that we could go.
You didn't have an option.
We didn't have an option. Now we get an option, and now we want to go elsewhere.
We fancy
Well,
now.
let's flip the script, and that is what Build Our Economic Wealth is talking about. All right, it's not excluding any group or any nationality or any race, but it is getting our thinking right so that we can first build our economic wealth in our own communities and grow our communities, but most importantly, leave a legacy for our children.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. You stated that so superbly, just absolutely getting behind, supporting our business owner. That's going to make a huge impact to us. So, Dr. Gooden, could you tell us about some service opportunities we have coming up?
I sure can. I sure can. Of course, we mentioned earlier we have the Valina Smith Johnson honoring ceremony, and that is today at 3 o'clock. And we are going to be honoring our scholarship recipients, and those are college students at the 5 HBCU universities. Also, too, I think you heard in an earlier show, we're going to have a voter registration drive that's going to be on July 13th, and that is going to be at the Goodwood Library. So if you want want to join us, all right, and volunteer, you can. But also, too, if you want to come and register to vote, and that is most important, all right, come on out that day. You will see the pink and green in full force. And you can register to vote at the Goodwood Library. That's on Independence on July 13th.
Okay.
Then also, too, we have a Women in Politics cohort, and that is under our Advocacy for Social Justice Initiative. And that is where young ladies, persons who are interested in, leadership in or run for office, all right, are learning the best practices and learning from people who are in the trenches now. And that is going to be on July 16th. And then also, too, we want to make sure that we thank our partners. We have our EAF endowment, and I think Ms. Piper just mentioned that. We have our Linda Dunlap Cozy Scholarship, so you can support that. That's another scholarship for high school students, and so that they can receive a scholarship for books and tuition. Again, we have the Valina Smith Johnson Scholarship, and we have the Eloise Ferdinand Jack Scholarship, which is our debutante scholarship, where we support juniors and seniors, and most importantly, again, scholarships for our students so they can attend college and be financially secure while they're there.
Awesome. Incredible. I also know Miss Natasha Wallace is here today with our Build Our Economic Wealth Initiative. Miss
Right.
Wallace.
So we're going to take a break. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back in just a few short minutes, and we are going to join Ms. Wallace, and we're going to learn a little bit more about what is Build Our Economic Wealth and how you can get involved and what's going on at NGO. Stay tuned. We're going to take a break right now. To find out more about any of the programs featured today, go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. That's www.akanewgammaomega.com. Or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, New Gamma Omega Chapter. Stay tuned for more with In the Know with NGO. We'll be back after a word from our sponsors.
If you're in a sticky situation,
What'd you do?
and need to get unstuck,
The solution is well within our grasp.
ABC Star Bail Bonding Company has got you covered. Service
When?
anytime, anywhere.
Oh, yeah!
For more information, contact Agent Dawn Michelle
Okay, ready?
at 288-9004 or 357-6911. ABC Star Bail Bonding Company. Service
When?
anytime, anywhere.
Hungry for a delicious and healthy lunch? Look no further than Subway. Welcome to Subway at 13511 Hooper Road, Suite A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70818. Your go-to destination for fresh and customizable sandwiches, salads, and more. Are you planning an event or meeting? Let Subway take care of the food with our delicious and affordable catering trays. Choose from our wide selection of sandwiches, wraps, and salads, and customize them to your liking with your favorite toppings and sauces. Don't have time to cook or wait in a long line? Swing by Subway for a fresh and filling lunch that won't break the bank. Our bread is baked daily, our veggies are sliced fresh, and our meat are free of artificial preservatives, so you can feel good about what you're eating. So what are you waiting for? Visit Subway at 13511 Hooper Road, Suite A, Baton Rouge, Louisiana 70818, or call us today at 225-261-0162 to place your catering order. Subway, eat fresh, feel fresh.
Welcome back. If you're just tuning in, it's In the Know with NGO. And your host is here to serve you. To find out more about any of the programs featured today, go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. Email us at newgammaomega@gmail.com or check us out on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, New Gamma Omega Chapter. Now back to In the Know with NGO and your host for today.
Again, thanks for joining us in the studio. I was elated when my colleague told me Miss Natasha Wallace is here to join us. So welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me this afternoon.
You're more than welcome. So we're going to go right to business. Tell us about the Build Our Economic Wealth Initiative.
This is an initiative that's nationwide throughout the entire sorority. And our goal is to just that, build our economic wealth. And we're going to do that through honoring and spotlighting women entrepreneurs,
Yes.
Teaching not only the members of the sorority, but the community on how to build that legacy wealth, how to do investments and get your money in your financial house in order. Also, we're doing the first thing of its kind, and we're going to have for members only, credit union.
Yes.
Awesome.
It would be the first credit union run by a sorority and by women. So we're looking forward to getting that started. Hopefully we'll have that done by the end of the year, and we can get our members started with that and teaching them and showing them how to invest, how to save, so that they can start building for their future and as well as for their children's future, because we're looking to teach them about generational wealth,
Right.
And showing them the avenues to get to that generational wealth. So that's our premise of that initiative, and we're looking to do great things. So far, we did sponsor a vendor pop-up where we had about 20 women entrepreneurs to come out to the community, and we were well supported. So I want to especially thank the community for coming out and supporting those vendors. The vendors were able to raise over $8,000 in that 4-hour time period.
Come on.
Outstanding.
So, it was
Great job.
Say it again. What?
Yes, it was very impactful. So
Yes.
It was well received. So we're looking forward. With the feedback, we're going to do another one in the fall.
Awesome.
All right.
So stay tuned for additional information on that. And from that, we want to say, okay, from the money that you've earned now, let's invest that so we can move forward.
Right.
And so that we can continue to invest in businesses, invest in ourselves. We want to teach our community, when you get that income tax return, how can we invest that in ourselves to be sustainable?
Yeah.
Not for that short-term happiness. We need something long term.
Right.
For
right,
longevity,
right.
that makes
Yeah.
a difference. So that's
Yeah.
just exceptional information. When I think about AKA and the sorority, you guys are always first on the cutting edge of technology. So great job with the credit union. This is going to be superb. So let's talk about legacy planning and wealth management. Our chapter sister circles. Can you tell me about that?
For sister circles, we meet every month, and with that, we're teaching our sisters on how to save money. That was the first part. We said, okay, let's challenge ourselves. Let's save $1,000. And we saved $1,000. So the next step is, with that $1,000, let's invest that into some stocks and some bonds. We had a guest speaker to teach us about trading in options.
Awesome.
So from that, we use money from that $1,000 to start trading in options. So with that revenue, what are we going to do next? Yeah. We're going to put that money into that for members only credit union. Let's start a savings account there. So we're just saying, okay, from this nest egg, let's see how we can make it grow.
Yeah.
What other avenues can we use to generate additional income?
So this is just great information, just talking about building your economic wealth. Again,
Right.
Mrs. Piper, what was that email address that we can all go to?
It's called www.aka.newgammaomega.com is our website, and then our email address is aka newgammaomega@gmail.com.
Thank you so kindly. And I would like to thank all of my studio guests today for joining us. Great information. Building our economic wealth is going to be a huge impact. If you would like to see any of the ladies of AKA, we will be at 1747 Main Street, Baton Rouge, Louisiana at 3 p.m. today. Thank you so much for tuning in to In the Know with NGO.
Thank you for tuning in to In the Know with NGO, Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated New Gamma Omega Chapter, an educational, informational platform for you, our community stakeholders. Whether it be community cleanups, recycling efforts, feeding vulnerable populations, mentoring, planting trees, setting up little greenhouse libraries, hosting voter registration drives, voter forums, supporting female entrepreneurs, black business, providing scholarships for high school and college students. It's a serious matter, and this is what we do daily. We invite you to join us, support us in one of all of our service opportunities. Ways to financially support and aid in providing scholarships are through the EAF endowment, Linda Dunlap Cozy Scholarship, Valina Smith Johnson Scholarship, and the Eloise Ferdinand Jack Scholarship, our debutante program. Go to www.akanewgammaomega.com. That's www.akanewgammaomega.com. Tune in every Sunday for In the Know with NGO 1 to 1:30 p.m. on this your station WPFC 1550 AM. Until next week, stay in the flow and always be in the know with NGO.